Welcome to Coaching Uncut, a special series on the Unstoppable Woman podcast, where I take you behind the scenes and give you a peek into the private coaching I do with my clients. All of these coaching calls have been recorded with the permission from my clients who have generously allowed me to share these with you as a way of helping more people in this world. They give you access to master level coaching and the opportunity to learn the lessons that they're learning right along with them. Please keep in mind that these recordings are not studio productions and the audio quality may be less than ideal, but the content will take you far and help you become unstoppable. With that, listen in and learn. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Good. Thank you. How can I help you today?
Oh, mercy. Well, I don't really know. Maybe I'm ready for next steps. But I'll tell you something that's been bouncing around the inside of my mind a little bit. I feel like the opposite side of desire would be to receive things, which is something that I have not really gotten the hang of yet.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's talk about that. That's a really good subject.
Yeah.
Tell me more about what you're thinking.
So I recognize that like wanting things is not going to kill me. So that's a step in the right direction, and that desires are good, and that it all kind of points in a direction, right? And then there is a place where it kind of gets hard unnecessarily, and I know that like hardship is created, like your brain kind of creates. It doesn't have to be hard, but when I see it getting hard, then I think to myself like, what am I missing here? And it's just bubbling up for me. It's like, look, the other side of all this is to be willing to receive something. And it's not really safe, 100% safe yet for you to receive things. I still get scared about it.
You want to know how to solve that?
Have sex with my husband?
Well, let's talk about that. That we need to talk about, Heather. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
But there's more to it than that. But
okay.
Now I don't know whether I should follow that line of the conversation or go where I was previously going to go. I think we need to go to both places. So,
yeah, that can be phase two, but
okay, no, it's super important. I mean, because let's just take a moment to speak to it. Mm-hmm. Sexual energy is creative energy, okay? It is the energy that we use for creation. It's what makes little babies grow, and it's creative. And if your sexual energy is suppressed for any number of reasons, you will not be as creative in your life and your business. And every goal is the process of achieving every goal is a creative process. Okay?
Yeah.
And so it requires this creative energy. And so being lit up sexually and being able to receive sexually is part and parcel of this. Now let's talk specifically about the receiving side of things. Okay? So receiving is very easy when you feel worthy of receiving. But when you don't feel worthy of receiving, it's very hard. We make everything challenging and hard for ourselves. So when you don't feel worthy of it to be easy, you unconsciously make it hard. Like that sales call is going to be hard. That outreach is going to be hard. That hiring is going to be hard. That system solution that you need to make is going to be hard. That firing is going to be hard, right? Like let's just take teams for an example.
Okay.
If you want to receive a kick-ass team member who really slays, right, and helps you take your business to the next level, and you help them have more life because they get to have this great place to work,
right? If that is what is at play, and you don't think you're worthy of that, you won't fire the person that needs to be fired easily. Okay? You will stay mired in the frustration and the irritation of the person not doing a good job, feeling obligated because of personal loyalties, whatever it is. And you've had some experience with this. Okay?
Yeah.
But when you feel worthy of taking your business to the next level, and you're worthy of great support, and you're worthy of receiving abundant income, you're like, oh, this is a freaking no-brainer. Why would I spend one more iota more
as a loser,
right, suffering this experience? You just wouldn't, okay?
Yeah.
But you don't see that when you don't feel worthy of it. Does this make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay? And so it's super critical that you get this. Super critical.
Yeah.
And it happens in relationships. It happens with money. It happens with clients. Okay? The more worthy you feel about yourself, the easier it will be. Now, how do you change your worthiness level? That is, the classic $65 million question. I think it was $65,000 when we were growing up, but I've now made it $65 million.
Add another zero.
Yep. That is the $65 million question. How do you change your sense of self? And we've talked about this before, but there are only two ways to do that. And you need to do both. One is by changing your internal self-image, and you do that by constant spaced repetition of your new beliefs, okay? So you have a big desire for something, and then you'll get this training with Creation Playbook, okay? But you can start on it now if you'd like. You have the big desire. What are the beliefs that you have to hold in order to step into being the person who receives that? And you use your imagination to understand what that is. And then you start repeating those beliefs to yourself repetitively, consistently. And your subconscious cannot reject anything you give it. So if you give it this new self-image over and over again through the beliefs that you are sharing and articulating, it has to accept it, and it will start seeing the ways and the means to accommodate that. Thus, using the team example, you would not stay one iota past, keeping someone on board. I give the example of hiring someone and firing someone within 7 days. Done. Not like we had 3-4 conversations in a week. Wish I had figured out why this person wouldn't be a good fit in our hiring process. That is very extremely thorough, but we didn't. But I'm not going to belabor it, okay? I'm not going to make him wrong. I'm not going to make myself wrong. I'm just not available to suffer that. So it's done. And, within 3 days you have a solution that you need and you move on, okay? It's incredibly quick once you get the knack of it. This is what makes it easy. This is what I mean by doing it with ease and grace, okay? And then the second way that you really change your self-image is by actually taking the new actions. So, again, using this team example, when you let go of is it your bookkeeper or your accountant? It was your accountant, correct?
It was the accountant, yep.
Yeah. And that was challenging until you did it, but then you did it.
Yeah.
Okay? And you'll never go back, right? And you hired someone so much, and you're like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
So you grew into that new self-image. You proved that new self-image by taking those new actions. So you need to do both. Sorry for the background noise.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, what are the beliefs that you have to hold, right? Okay. That takes a little imagination, right?
It does. Imagination is one of your 6 mental faculties. Yeah, superpowers, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can I tell you a quick niggle on that a little bit?
Absolutely.
When I try to imagine where to be, so you can make decisions from where you want to be instead of where you are, I run into archetypes. So what I what I think it should look like, like, for example, I want a really cool horse farm, so I have to have a Range Rover popped into my head. And then I was like, you know what, I'm not sure I really want a Range Rover. Like, how do you need to be super specific, and is it good? I mean, is it good to look past all these, like, sort of images that you've developed that look like success, or do you need to like define and believe the picture that you want it to be? So, like, I don't have to have a Range Rover. I can have, like a big dually truck if I want to, kind of thing.
Okay, it's a good question. So the thing that you need to figure out is, are you denying the Range Rover because it's just not you and it's not what you want? Or are you denying the Range Rover because
I don't think
it's
I'm good
not
enough?
Correct. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? And sometimes that's an iterative process. Like, what I saw myself doing, right? Mm-hmm. Having, mm-hmm. was different 6 months ago than today, okay? Mm-hmm. So I might want a different place to live, or a different kind of car, or there's a different quality to it, because you're growing so quickly. You're on, like, rocket ship speed, okay?
I'm on fire.
Okay. You are on fire. This girl is on fire. Okay, I won't sing, but yes. If only I could sing, I would sing for you. That song is so great. So you're growing very quickly. So I would not deny it, but you want to feel into it, okay? And just ask yourself with curiosity some questions about it. Like, is that, would I like to have that if money wasn't an option? Wasn't a thing? Like, if I could have anything I want, well, yeah, maybe I would.
I think I totally would.
Okay, so then that's a denial based on not yet being the person who does that, and you're like, actually, you claim it, you keep claiming it. Okay.
Got it.
So you understand that this is how you receive.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. You become someone who's worthy, who is living, who is experiencing life at that level. Mm-hmm. And that first happens in your imagination.
I was just going to say that, like, it's happening in my imagination. Like, it's really cool. Like, here I am, and I've got these boots that I've always wanted, climbing into my white, Range Rover, and off we go,
Yeah, and so you even have the color, so it's like, it's so clear, okay?
I do, actually.
Yeah. Do not deny that, okay?
All right.
Okay? So, and then you need to put the beliefs to that. Okay, so we can work on that on a separate call if you'd like. But
cool.
Okay, now you want to talk about sex for a moment, or do you want to do that in a separate call? Okay. Okay. So are you having good sex? Are you having sex? Okay.
No.
So, you're not having sex, or you're not having good sex, or both?
Both.
Okay.
So one sort of led to the other.
Okay. So the question is, are you not having good sex because you are not letting yourself be fully expressed? Are you not having good sex because you've been hurt in some way and you're holding on to some sort of story and boundary? Are you not having? Have you ever had good sex?
Rarely.
Okay.
I was trying to do that exercise with myself. I can't really think of a whole lot of examples of that. So I'm going to say no.
Okay. And have you had great sex with other people? that's what I was like trying to broaden it out, and I can't really think of too many great examples. No.
Okay. So there's a variety of different things, different paths we can go on. First, I want you to know that you're not broken. You don't need to be fixed.
Thank you.
Okay. And I also want to say that I have a lot of personal experience with this, because I didn't used to have great sex at all. Okay. I had kind of wild sex when I was a teenager and a young adult. Right. And then I had, a handful, probably could count on my fingers, 3, right? Kind of great. And then I had a lot of mediocre sex with a great man who was super amazing, but not, we didn't have that kind of chemistry, and I didn't know how to be fully expressed in my life, in my sexuality. Right. And this is a big part of really claiming who you are as a woman. So, and it may be that so here's the thing that you're not going to want me to say, but I have to say out loud because I'm a truth teller. It may be that you do not have great sex with your current partner, okay? And and the chemistry just isn't there, but you could have great sex with someone else, okay? But that may not be the case, okay? But that you have to understand that that's the possibility, okay? And I just want to hold up a variety of different options for you in that case. One is you separate, you divorce, right? You find different partners. 1, 2 is you have a different kind of marriage than the traditional marriage where you stay married and partnered in a loving relationship, but you have sex with other people, okay? And whether that's multiple other people or like a significant person, but it's above board and it's not it's not an extramarital affair. It's a consciously chosen way of being, okay? Lifestyle, yeah. So, and do you know if your husband is satisfied with your sex life?
Well, since we don't have one, I'm pretty sure that he's probably not, if I were to ask him.
Okay. Does he ever talk to you about it? Do you guys ever talk about that?
It's been a long time since either one of us even brought it up in discussion.
Okay. So, the first thing I want you to do is start imagining how you would like to be sexually.
Okay.
And if George doesn't pop into your mind, that's fine. Okay? But it's regardless of that, how do you want to feel? How do you want to be lit up? Okay? What are your sexual fantasies? Okay? What do you when I did this exercise, I had some crazy ass sexual fantasies, okay? And
I can't wait to see what's going to pop up.
Yeah, okay? But I had to really own those and be like, well, this is the truth, okay? And this is about, full 100% self-acceptance, owning yourself, okay? So I think you should make that your first assignment, and you should email me that, okay? And then we'll take it from there, because this is not a one and done quick conversation. This is a multi-pronged. That's funny. I really did not intend that.
Sure.
No. But I promise you, here's what I will tell you, Heather. Everything that I have worked with you on so far, has it worked?
Yes.
Okay. You've got to trust me. This is the ultra vulnerable, deeper stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to have a totally lit up sex life, I promise you can have it. Okay. It's right there waiting for you. Okay.
Okay.
I have the best sex in my life now. Okay. Well, I know that sounds like, well, it wasn't much to compare to, but I have an amazing sex life right now. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't mind sharing that with you because I think it's really important for the, like I said earlier, for the creative process, for feeling lit up, for feeling like you have self-ownership, for like having a freaking awesome life. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big facet of it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you look at a color wheel and it's like one of the colors is blacked out.
Yeah. And I really, you know, less than 2 or 3 years ago, really thought like, I'm just broken.
Whatever.
I'm just someone who doesn't, like, I don't know how to sex. I don't know how to have an orgasm. I don't know how to, like, that's just not for me. I do other things well. Okay, fine. Okay?
Right. Yeah, I'll double down on those other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out. Okay? It's freaking awesome.
Okay. Okay. God, I'm so glad I trust you, because if this were to be like a first conversation, I'd be like, wow, this is like way too much for me.
Totally. I've helped so many women with this at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Gone from like not like nothing to like, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is a place of, you know, where we have to go. Now, I have another question for you before we wrap up.
Sure.
Are you comfortable with me sharing this on the podcast? This is a very
sure. Because I haven't given you my list yet.
That's funny. Okay, because I think it would help a lot of women to hear the whole conversation, from the how to shift into worthiness. Stay tuned, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll look for your email.
Okay.
This is one that you can't, like, don't drop the ball on this one. Do this.
I feel very wiggly about this, so.
I know, I can sense it.
Okay.
So, yeah. So do you have anything right after this call?
No, I do not.
Okay. So I would just spend 15, 30 minutes and send me that email right now. Don't let anything get in the way, okay? I've seen it all. It's okay.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Like,
let's say that 10 times, right? I can do that. Yeah,
I can do that.
This is the constant spaced repetition. Yeah, I can do that. I'm on it. I can do that.
I love it. Right. You are so courageous. I love it. Okay, I'll look for your email, and we'll talk again tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, I think.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for Coaching Uncut. If you loved what you learned today, please leave us a comment and let us know. We always love a thumbs up or a 5-star review, so thank you in advance for that. And if you want to take your life and your business to the next level and it's time to scale, please reach out to us and schedule a consult at theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. So that's theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. See you in the next episode. Rock it out and be unstoppable.